Hi, this is Dr. Justin Marchegiani here, and today's talk is going to be about alcohol. Is alcohol paleo? Is alcohol right for you? Well, one, alcohol is not healthy, so let's get that off the plate, but people do it. So if you're not an alcoholic, if you can handle alcohol and you are in a healthy place, your blood sugar is balanced, you don't have thyroid issues, you don't have active major autoimmune conditions, and you want to take advantage of that 80-20 rule. And for some people, again, that may be a 95-5 rule. If you're sick and you're dealing with things, that 5% may be the part where you cheat a little bit, where 95% you're on track. For some people, it may be a 100% rule, where you're very sick autoimmune-wise, you have a lot of fatigue, hormonal issues. That may be a 100% rule for you. But if you have a little bit of leeway and you want an adult beverage or libation, well, here are some options that you can entertain that won't destroy your health. Again, when we look at cheating or eating something that's not nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory, and low in toxin, and when we're going off of that filter, off of that category, I consider that a cheat, if you will. Now, we have variations of cheats. We have cheats that are like they could almost be part of your mainstay diet. For instance, unsweetened coconut ice cream. That would be definitely a better side of the cheat. Maybe a cheat may be whipping up some whole cream with a little bit of stevia and some nice berries with it. That could be a cheat. It could be a Hail Mary tart that is gluten-free, grain-free, has a little bit of sugar in there, good amount of fat, good protein, so it's more blood sugar stabilizing. Those could all be, again, on the spectrum of cheating, on the better side of cheating. Now, again, if you have unsweetened coconut ice cream with a little bit of stevia versus Ben & Jerry's fish food on the other continuum, they're both ice cream, but they're totally two different things. One has like 40 grams of sugar per serving, one has just a handful, one has lots of casein and other additives and artificial colors and flavorings and dyes, while the other is just coconut, a little bit of stevia, and maybe a couple other things in there. But again, you can see the difference in the two. There's a spectrum of cheating. So the same thing exists with alcohol. So again, the first thing we're looking at is the 80-20 rule. Figure out where you fit on there. I'm not saying here, I want to make sure no one walks away with this perspective, you do not have to drink alcohol to be healthy. That is not what I'm saying. But if you are going to entertain it and you feel like it's something that you want to add into your life, here's how you can do it without messing up your health and actually feeling good afterwards without a hangover. So 80-20 rule, good, better, and best. Cheating tends to have that good, better, best, right? There are things that are better, things that are good, things that are kind of in the middle, some that are just totally bad. So this is referencing the Bulletproof Executive color schematic here. You can see the things that are in red are going to be the things that are worse for you. So your red wine, your beer, maybe your girly mixed drinks with high amounts of sugar that are so common, right? Those are going to be down here. Again, and then in the middle here, that's more an orange, is our white wine or champagne. Again, when I have red wine, I wake up in the morning with more of a headache. I wake up with eye crusties. I may wake up with phlegm in my mouth. These are things that you can use to assess how tolerant you are to the alcohol. So if all you did was basically add in some alcohol to your diet, those may be some things that you may see. Eye crusties, more extra phlegm, maybe just not quite feeling 100%, maybe more brain fog, just feeling not quite as energetic. Again, white wine and champagne, they do not do that to me at all. And it makes sense too. There's less toxins here. With certain winemakers, they'll actually put flour and they'll line the barrels with flour. So it's possible that you're actually getting exposed to gluten via the wine. Not to mention some of the sulfates or sulfides can create problems with people, give them headaches and migraines. And again, there's a notorious amount of mycotoxins in wine. You're going to see less in white wine and champagne, and you're going to see a lot more in red wine. So again, we're trying to, if you're going to drink, add in the lowest level of toxin alcohol as possible. Now we look at some of our harder alcohols. Now these are distilled. So we have whiskey, we have tequila, we have gin, we have vodka. This vodka may be even grain-based, but a lot of vodka and such, a lot of alcohols, they're triple distilled. So you're not going to get any protein particles in there for the most part. And again, these are actually used in, 100 plus 200 years ago to actually sterilize wounds. So they're actually pretty clean. They're pretty clean compounds. Again, if you look at it metabolically, right, if here's your metabolic fire down here and here's the wood in the fire, proteins and fats, my analogy, are the logs. The paper may be some of the carbohydrate, maybe some fruit or some vegetables or a little bit of starch, where the gasoline is the alcohol. So if you have blood sugar issues, thyroid issues, adrenal fatigue, gut issues, or autoimmunity right here, you want to be careful because you are throwing gasoline into your so-called metabolic fire. Again, the logs here are protein, and the alcohol is going to be gas. Really, really important. If you just throw gas in a fire, the fire goes up and then out. Same thing. If you throw just gas or alcohol into your blood sugar system, you're going to see rises and perturbations up and down, which are going to basically create mood issues and inflammation in your body. So again, your potato vodka is actually going to be your best. This would be like your Belvedere and your Grey Goose. These are much, much higher qualities of vodka, potato-based. So if you are more sensitive, then that's going to at least give you no chance of any grain exposure at all. So you have this nice spectrum here. Now what I personally do is a couple things. I'll do tequila. There's a couple things you can do with tequila. So my favorite drinks, Rob Wolf kind of coined this. It's called a NorCal Margarita. And what we add in the NorCal Margarita is pretty simple. You're going to do one shot of tequila. I like silver, Patron Silver. One shot of tequila. You can do half a lime squeezed. And then you can always do a little bit of ice. And if you want it just a little bit sweeter, you can always add just a little bit of stevia in there, like 1 drop of stevia. And stevia can sweeten it up, so it actually tastes a lot sweeter than what it normally would be like. And that's a really good drink. You'll actually feel pretty energized afterwards, and it won't throw your blood sugar as much. And again, one good thing, if you're going to drink alcohol, do it after a meal, because the protein and fat that's in your stomach, that's lining your stomach, it's going to actually help slow down the blood sugar, so it's not going up and down. It's more being gradually buffered by the protein and fat that's already in your stomach. So this is a NorCal Margarita. That's a good one. What I do actually is, another way you can do it is you can do, they call it Moscow Mule. I'll actually do it, a Paleo Moscow Mule. This is actually my version that I created. What you can do is this. Typically you use ginger beer. So instead of using ginger beer, write that out here, Moscow Mule. And that's Dr. J's version there. So what I would do is, instead of ginger beer, I get a ginger kombucha. So go to Whole Foods and you can get a ginger kombucha. And that's excellent, because with the kombucha, there's actually lots of various B vitamins, there's probiotics, there's EGCGs, epigallocatechins from green tea extract, lots of antioxidants, so it's actually going to help detoxify you as you drink it. So you get a gentle buzz, but it's not going to leave you hungover at all. So you do a ginger kombucha. You could do, again, that half a lime squeezed. Now the nice thing about that lime is it really helps with insulin sensitivity, and it's very alkalinizing. Where alcohol can be more acidic, the lime can be alkalinizing, and it can also help with insulin, so your blood sugar won't go up and down as much. And then again, on top of that, I'll add 1 to 2 ounces. You can do 1 to 2 ounces of coconut water. Now I like that too, because you're actually getting some potassium and some electrolytes in the coconut water. And again, that lessens the hangover. It helps with hydration at the same time and allows you to feel good. And then you'd obviously do your, you could do some vodka in there. So you pick the vodka of your choice. Right now, I'm using Tito's vodka, which is good vodka. Or you could do Belvedere, or you could do Grey Goose. Now, I'm not a big drinker, maybe 1 drink a week, maybe 2 drinks a week at the most, but this is how I do it, because again, you get the B vitamins, you get your probiotics, so you're not throwing off your gut flora too much. A half a lime, 1 to 2 ounces of coconut water, some vodka, and then you could do the rest with ice, obviously. And then you add ice in there too. And then if you wanted some extra carbonated water, you could do that too. So that's really helpful, really good way to enjoy it. Now again, if you have blood sugar issues, thyroid issues, adrenal fatigue, gut issues, or autoimmunity, you got to be careful. Alcohol, again, is a stressor on the body, so you have to figure out how healthy you are and can your body handle that extra stressor. And again, remember, this is your metabolic fire down here, so it's really important. You want to make sure your metabolic fire can handle alcohol. So how we make sure your metabolic fire can handle it is really simple. The protein is essentially going to be your logs in the fire, your protein and fat. I'll even write fat on there too. And again, the paper is going to be your carbohydrate. And then the alcohol is going to be the gasoline. So it's really important. If you're going to drink, make sure you already have protein and fat in your tummy, that's going to slow down the absorption and prevent up and down blood sugar swings. Now, with this recipe, as long as you're healthy to handle it, this will decrease any hangovers as long as you don't get drunk. This will allow you to actually feel good, and when you wake up the next morning, you're going to feel much better. You won't have any phlegm, any mucus, you won't have any headaches, you won't have any eye crusties, and you'll feel a lot better. Again, it's optimal not to drink, but if you're gonna, here's how you can do it. Thanks, this is Dr. Justin signing off. For more information, sign up for the newsletter below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for any more questions, feel free and shoot me an email. Thanks. Have a great day.